everyone. Welcome to another episode of SportsTech X Weekly, number 66. All the top news in the world of sports and technology. Starting with the top funding news, we have GGWP. Good game, well played for gaming insiders. They raised 10 million for their game moderation platform. Essentially, what that does is it helps weed out the bad game players, not technically bad, but abusive, people who maybe cheat, who are, just not a good personality, not somebody who you want to be gaming with. This moderation platform helps weed those players out by giving moderation scores and negative feedback and things like that. It's a really cool initiative, nicely done by this San Francisco-based company. Another 10 million for Speediance. Actually, let me get my caption in there. Speediance raised 10 million. This is a smart resistance training device. It's a Chinese company. They've actually raised 10 million over 2 rounds by a bunch of VCs. Smart fitness equipment still a thing, apparently. ScorePlay, New York-based digital asset management company, they raised 5 million from a slew of A-list investors. That includes Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian, Rafa Varane and Mario Götze, pro footballers, and a host of others as well. 5 million to ScorePlay. We actually had them on our podcast. Go check out that episode if you haven't yet. Another smart fitness equipment provider, Magic AI, they raised 2.5 million. They are a UK-based company. I thought smart mirrors were already done, but I guess not. We have had a few service providers. German Waha, there's of course Mirror famously, who got acquired by Lululemon. But yeah, another company still putting out smart fitness mirrors. It's a nice looking device, as you can see. I'm not so sure about the size of that logo at the bottom, but at least a smart mirror looks like something that you might want to have in your home. All right, that is all the funding news done. Next up, we have FIFA, who have brought or are continuing to bring the Women's World Cup into the Metaverse, so into digital worlds. This time, it is their partnership with Upland. Last week, we covered their partnership with Roblox. This time, it's with Upland. FIFA is clearly interested in diversifying, probably their biggest learning after their separation from EA Sports. So what is going to happen here? Yeah, I guess it's similar to all other digital worlds. If you've hung out in one, if you haven't yet, I highly recommend that you do, just to try it out. If nothing else, go to Roblox, go to Decentraland, go to Upland, FIFA's world here, and go check it out. See what the fuss is all about. So what are they doing here? I mean, there'll be some digital hangout stuff, some cafes, themed cafes and immersive spaces, it says, where you can just go chill out, I guess, but also digital collectibles, videos from the tournament, some sponsor-based activation, and games and other experiences which you can check out in their Upland Metaverse. FIFA on it. I have to say, I keep hearing lots of stuff. Maybe, I don't know if they're spreading themselves too thin, but they are certainly going for it. They are investing in Web3 in a big way, that's for sure. Next up, we have the first ever SportsTech Accelerator in the Balkans. Belgrade-based Pulsar SportsTech announced. I think they had like a digital event last week. I couldn't attend, but yeah, I know it happened. They also published this report, which, yeah, there it is, the Balkan Sports Tech Market Report. So you can check it out on this website, sport.pulsar.vc. So that's presenting what's happening in the Balkans market. It's by this company, Game Changer Analytics. And they have also announced their own cohort. They haven't given you dates yet, as you can see, launch dates coming soon, but the intention is clear. This is another sports tech accelerator program based in a new geography. This time it's the Balkans, and specifically Serbia, but of course goes across the region. Second story, another sports tech VC. In the last, I think this is the third week running that we've covered a new fund of sorts. Rain Group was the first one. Theirs was a $760 million sports media entertainment fund. Last week was Scrum Ventures. Theirs was a $120 million fund, though operational from November last year, but I think that was the first public interview that they made to speak about the fund. And now it's TitletownTech with 70 million. The TitletownTech is backed by Microsoft and the Green Bay Packers. So some good names behind them as well, and also a fund which this is their fund two. Remember, this is not a new entrant. So I believe their fund one was 25 million, and this will take their total assets under management to 95. More money, more VCs. We'll take it. We'll happily take it. Top story of the week, though, is one that we've covered in a few times. Like this was coming soon, this is coming soon, and this is finally here. FIBA unveiled the world premiere, as the article headline says, of their ASP glass floor court in Madrid. This was at the Under 19 Women's World Cup, Women's Basketball World Cup. I think there is a video that I've lined up for you. There you go. I mean, it looks really cool. It looks incredibly. Well, the video would play. There we go. Well, the video is a bit glitchy, it seems, but go check it out on their website. If you can't see the video clearly, there's a glass court with obviously LED screens. Everything lights up. Everything goes um, the way the designers want it to go. Yeah, there's just endless possibilities with a glass LED floor, and I think this kind of stuff you can imagine being really big for fan activation, especially with something around like the All-Star game. I think that would be a great for the NBA to debut something like this. So new tech, which kudos to FIBA and their team for taking the initiative, and it's a good place to trial in the smaller tournaments and the junior tournaments. But I can very quickly see this ramping up. There have been some concerns about floor surface becoming too hot for the players, the amount of energy this would consume, things like that. There are plans in place to address all of those concerns, I believe. There are details in that article and others. But just purely from a fan engagement point of view and entertainment point of view, that is very, very cool. I look forward to seeing it in person. All right, that is a wrap. That is all the news for this week. Do check out our other social handles. If you've liked this episode, share it with somebody else. We'd always appreciate that. And go to our YouTube channel for more content, like our video podcast series. We've finally launched that. So you can check out all our episodes, including the one with ScorePlay, as a video podcast if you choose to. All right, guys, see you next week. Ciao.